speak and spell would pronounce those words out loud, providing feedback and correction, and language skills.
I knew. So we got the
Atari 2600. Finding gadgets to fulfill your childhood in the 1980s. I'm talking about one of the most influential home video game consoles in the history of gaming, the Atari 2600. Developed to the home gaming industry. It was one of the first consoles to use interchangeable cartridges, allowing users to play a variety of games on a single system. With a broad and diverse game library, which included iconic titles like Pong, Space Invaders, and Asteroids, its affordable cost attracted a huge base of consumers regardless of their age. Merlin was invented by Parker Brothers in 1978 and became widely popular, so much so that it sold 5 million units in its initial run. It featured a series of LEDs arranged in a grid which were used to display game information and responses. It operated on a simple microchip, allowing it to run different game modes and offered players 6 different games. The device had a grid of buttons for selecting game modes and inputting commands, and featured a speaker for sound effects and game alerts. Remember the tone it produced when you pressed all the buttons together? Well, if you do, let me know in the comments below. One of the most
What happened to my program? What happened to my TV program?
Vent can sanitize. Lysol can.
Well, whatever you do it for life.
We need a small business loan fast.
I got this. Lone Falcon! There's a better way to get a fast
Lone Falcon?
OnDeck.com. Proposed kitchen funds and things the same way.
Hardcore team deathmatch. Eliminate the enemy. Leave none alive.
I just knew at that moment, like, you know what, to do this, I wish I would have known that I wouldn't hesitate, and honestly, I would sooner than I did. If you're thinking about it,
oh fuck, dude, I'm sorry.
toys and toys. Creative toys are for children to make colorful designs by inserting tiny, brightly colored pegs into a light-up bulb. They originally marketed it by producing a light box with small colored plastic pegs that fit on a panel and illuminated the picture, using either one of the included templates or making a freeform image on a blank sheet of black paper. It offered customers multiple pegs in all kinds of different colors, and even if they were lost or damaged, Hasbro would provide refills for new items. To stay competitive, they made various changes in production, and over the years it's been offered in different forms, including a flat-screen version, touchscreen, 3D cube, and more. Additionally, they've kept prices relatively stable despite inflation, which has helped to maintain a consistent customer base.
For aspiring young professional wrestlers, there is the Stretch Armstrong.
Stretch Armstrong is an action figure shaped as a short, muscular man with blonde hair, wearing black trunks, and as the name suggests, he can be stretched, pulled, and twisted in all kinds of directions, just to return to the original shape and size. It could be stretched up to about 4 or 5 feet, and if a tear develops, it could be fixed with a Stretchman idea, as it was called, was pursued with two different bodies in mind, one of a sumo wrestler and the other of an all-American blonde hunk. But the first design of the sumo wrestler didn't gain much traction because it was too bulky and large. And so, model maker Richard Gobet created a new mold for an all-American body type. The resin model was sent to a doll manufacturer, and the first bodies were made by dipping them in latex. The upgraded version is tough and durable, holding up perfectly, despite what children put the toy through.
A great deal of action and suspense. Missed. H6.
Electronic battleship. In an era of emerging electronic gadgets, Electronic Battleship held its own alongside various other devices in the market. One of the finest blends of cutting-edge technology is traditional board game strategy. The game is played by two people, typically on a ruled grid paper board, which each player's fleet of warships is marked. The locations of those fleets are concealed, and the other players take alternate turns guessing shots at the other player's ships with the objective of destroying the opposing players. Historically, the game is said to have been played by Russian officers and the French during World War I. The commercial version of the game was Salvo, published in 1931 in the United States. A modern version evolved from technological development, but the rules remain consistent. Pulsar. One of the early electronic games that combined physical and electronic elements was Pulsar. Already quite competitive in the market, given the 70s had everything from lights and sounds to enhance the player experience. It's a main shooter arcade game where the player controls a tank in a top-down view maze to fetch keys used to unlock the next level. You have to move the tank through the maze to the each color.
What the fuck ever? No, that's bullshit.
The color of the tank changes according to the...
Oh fuck, dude, my fault.
The maze's pattern made it unpredictable, and walls would appear and disappear at regular intervals to make people hurt from the game. 3 kinds of enemies moved on their own, shooting at the tank when it was in a direct line. Fuel could only be replenished when the player destroyed the enemy.
Maintain the
Hold it. Thank you. She wants a Kodak Pocket camera.
Kodak Pocket Instamatic. Now let's take a different turn and talk about how this gadget made it easy for everyone to tap into their inner photographer. The Kodak Pocket Instamatic was introduced by Kodak in the 70s, a compact and user-friendly camera designed to make photography accessible by everyone. It attracted many users. The innovative advancement was a significant leap forward, and they designed their camera to be compact and portable, allowing people to carry it effortlessly everywhere they went. While it didn't produce instant prints like Polaroids, the Kodak Pocket Instamatic utilized Kodak 126 film cartridges, which simplified the loading process and made developing easier compared to traditional roll film. It may even make you want to check out those photos.
Aw, dude, I'm fucking sorry, man.
Big wheel. Next up is the big wheel. A staple of 70s ride-on toys renowned for its large front wheel and sturdy plastic design. The design was considered more safe than any traditional tricycle, which meant that the big wheel sales exceeding expectations. It made the ride comfortable and thrilling for kids, perfect for neighborhood races, and remains a nostalgic item for many who grew up in the 70s and surfed and collected.
You can face off an easy bake anywhere done. 15 minutes, light bulb not included.
Easy bake oven. Little bakers and aspiring chefs needed recognition, and the Easy Bake Oven delivers. Introduced by Kenner in the early 60s, this was one of the first products of its kind, a kid-friendly design which allowed children to bake small cakes and treats with ease, giving them real-time baking experience. The Easy Bake was originally marketed on TV, making it a must-have toy for kids who were eager to replicate the baking they saw adults doing. But the idea of buying each ingredient separately was inefficient and fell out of favor.
Venus Sneezes.
Pet Rock. Children love having the same.
Pet rock.
Little stories that Pet Rock became widely popular in the 70s. Literally a rock marketed as a low-maintenance pet and packaged in a custom cardboard box with breathing holes, accompanied by a humorous care manual. While companies were busy developing revolutionary technological ideas, the Pet Rock stood out for its simplicity and silliness. Would you bring the Pet Rock back again? Let
Nope.
me know. Comments below.
Waste of money. Alright, I'm out of here.